What's your baseball philosophy? What got you so far?
Just hard work and dedication. I wasn't, out of high school, I wasn't really like a high on too many people's boards and stuff like that, so just worked hard and tried to get better each time.
Now, do you pitch to your strengths or a batter's weakness?
I try to pitch to my strengths. Yeah, I mean, we read on hitters' tendencies and what they're usually typically going to do, and so if it plays into my strengths, then that's even better, but most of the time I want to try to pitch to my strengths.
What round were you drafted?
I was in the 16th round in 2008.
Now, they talk about these first-round draft picks that have all this talent in the world, and a lot of them obviously go to the major leagues. Some of them, when they get in the organization, get passed up by guys drafted in the later rounds. Why does that happen?
It depends on, guys' work ethics. Because once you get drafted, it's just a foot in the door. You get the money, you get drafted, and you're into the league. Now you have to start proving yourself once you get into there. I was a 16th rounder. I got sent to the lower levels, and I had to work my way up and through. And I would just put my nose to the grindstone and just work as hard as I could and try to do better each and every day, and not worry about who's in front of me or who's behind me. Just worry about myself.
Now, speaking of who's behind you and who's ahead of you, in spring training, every team brings in more guys to compete with you at that major league level. You may show up there, maybe 20 pitchers standing around. How do you approach that?
Like I said, I don't really focus on everybody else around me. We're in the clubhouse, I joke around with guys, get to know guys, stuff like that, but when it gets out into the game, I worry about only what I can control, and that's myself. I can't worry about what other people are doing, if they're doing well, if they're doing bad, or whatnot. I just try, if they're doing well and they have a certain pitch that looks good and they're really successful with that, I might pick their brain a little bit and find out how they throw it and like what situations, how they were successful, and then use those tools towards my game.
Now, baseball has injuries and ups and downs. The organization, in the major leagues, and maybe sent back down. Has there ever been a time yet that you wanted to give up baseball?
No. Even when I went through my surgery and I was pretty down. No, I just had a really good family support, really good friends. I knew I can come back from the surgery or from the injury and just better myself. Just take that time off and get myself healthy and get my mind right and work on the mental aspect of the game other than the physical aspect.
What are some of the things you learned about pro sports the hard way that nobody told you about before you started?
Probably the mental aspect. Because when you're growing up and you're playing baseball and playing sports all your life, and guys that are here are pretty talented, you depend on physical skills, and then when you start reaching a level where everybody's kind of the same, people who have a better mental aspect of the game and are mentally tougher, that's the hardest part to learn, and that's what I coped with going through my surgery and before that too.
Now, once you sign a pro contract, obviously you're a professional baseball player. Was there a time in your life, was there a moment that you realized that you were going to play professional baseball?
I always told myself when I was a little kid. My dad played pro ball. He got drafted by the Phillies and played a couple of years in minor league. Wound up blowing out his arm, and so ever since knowing that about my dad, I had always said when I was like 5 years old and I started playing baseball, I always said I'm going to be a big league ball player. That was my dream, and I just kept pushing my way towards that dream.
You read the scouting reports, what people write about you, where Baseball America may rank you in the organizations.
I see it every now and then. My agent will tell me something, or my dad's always looking at it. So he's always giving me the scoop on what happens. I try to tune that stuff out and just not get a bigger head about what's going on or why didn't they write this up about me or those kind of things. I try to just stay in my little bubble and focus on what I have day to day.
Usually mom and dad tell you what's going on?
Yeah, mostly my dad. He's a big stat guy.
How about the fans? How do you approach the fans? People yelling and screaming at you all the time.
Honestly, people have asked me that question. My girlfriend, my dad, all those people. I pitched in the Collegeville series, and there was a ton of people. I really didn't hear anybody. When I get out there on the mound, the only thing I see and I focus on is my catcher and the location. Sometimes I don't even notice if there's a batter. I just kind of like zone everything out, and then once I'm out of the game, or I'm in the dugout, or when I'm sitting on the bench or something like that, then I notice the crowd. Other than that, I don't really hear.
How about the umpires, especially as a pitcher? How do you handle the umpires?
They're just as human as we are. Sometimes they miss calls, and sometimes we miss pitches. We can't be perfect all the time as a pitcher, and they can't be perfect all the time as an umpire. But 9 times out of 10, we'd like for the right call, but there's nothing we can do about it. We just got to be able to refocus our energy and throw another one right there.
What would you tell a high school kid if he came up and asked you about professional baseball?
Just keep doing what you're doing. It gets tougher as you go on, so just don't beat yourself up and keep working hard.